now you see the games that they play. They control our perception of reality. Right? She made a big mistake when she said that. The people will believe what the media tells them they believe. That was by George Orwell, the one that wrote the book 1984. Right? What is entertainment? Right? What is entertainment? Entertainment is the act of entertaining, agreeable occupation for the mind, diversion, amusement, something affording pleasure, diversion, or amusement, especially a performance of some kind. One of the interesting words in there is diversion. Because a diversion does what? Take your mind off important things, right? Don't think about that. Watch them play that soccer, watch them play that basketball, right? Watch them do them TikTok dances, right? Diversion, an instance of turning something aside from its course, an activity that diverts the mind from tedious or serious concerns, a recreational pastime. The Quran tells us, what is the life of this world but amusement and play? But verily the home of the hereafter, that is the life indeed, if they but knew. I can easily take amusement and play out and put entertainment in there, because that's what it is, right? Entertainment is amusement and play. So Allah is telling us, look, God is telling us that what's important is the afterlife, not this life, because it's very temporary. We're only here for a short amount of time, right? It may seem long, but no, we're only here for a short amount of time. Anonymous quote, you are what you eat or you are what you consume. So the television shows and stuff that you watch, it becomes a part of you. Okay? This is something from a guy named...
It's been Washington's biggest mystery since born.
William Cooper. Anybody familiar with William Cooper?
Yes.
All right.
Why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to radio.
But listen what he says about sports.
Why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million.
And this was a long time ago.
Right. Imagine now.
Right.
A year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do?
Right.
When the people become rescued, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor, he sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. He has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world. So that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is. So they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated. So they don't ever question the emperor. That's why they pay a player on a football team or a baseball team $1 million or $2 million or $3 million a year. It is the Roman circus. I know men who don't know anything in the world except who plays third base for the Mets. And they think that's a great accomplishment. And they meet and pat each other on the back and bond and go have cocktails and talk about what this guy that plays third base for the Mets did in last night's game. It's sad. It's really sad.
Is there any room in a kind of society where these manipulations are not taking place for this type of entertainment or any type of entertainment at all?
If people understand that a game is a game, football is a game. But let me tell you something. When 150 of the most powerful men and women in the world can meet in secret in Baden-Baden, Germany, could plot the fifth of billions, and nobody even cares about it. But 6 football players go to lunch together, and it's in the headlines across the country. You have a reflection of the society in which that exists. And it is a sick society that is doomed to self-destruction.
So based on that scenario, there's some truth into what these men are looking at.
Absolutely, and that's what makes me so sick, is that I'm trying to wake up a people who on a daily basis are proving the ones that I'm warning them about to be right.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that even though a minority, there are people out there that you recognize are awake to this, if they don't do something about it, they will lose that ability to be free in that way.
That's correct.
Whether they might think, well, I don't need to worry about it because I know what I know and I'm fine. It doesn't work that way. There's a connection here to everything.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. A nation of people who are willing to send their sons and daughters that they profess that they love to a foreign country to die. And they use the excuse to themselves that they're sending them off to defend our country, and they know damn well that's a lie. Are doomed.
What year was that?
Probably 90.
Yeah, that was sometime in
something.
the 90s.
Mm,
But he wrote that book, Behold the Pale Horse,
right.
and he was revealing a lot of stuff. What you think happened to him? Killed him.
Mm.
What's his name again?
William Cooper, or Bill Cooper. But what do you think he said about sports?
It's
It's the
distraction.
truth,
Mm.
right? It's the truth. And he was right about there's people who, that's all they know. Oh, LeBron James had 55 points last night. Last year he had 46 in the same game.
Right.
So it's,
Right.
this is what's going on. And they're not paying attention to the misdirection that's going on.
You know what? When you look at all the commercials and just so many things, the entertainers, the celebrities, it's not journalists up in the sports booth at those games no more. It's the former players. You turn on Capital One and all those commercials is actors that's already making money. Is it's celebrities everywhere. It's just sports and entertainment and celebrity. And can you believe so and so died and they were 100 years old? But because it was them, you can't believe they died.
Absolutely. Vampire. Anybody know the old vampire lore?
You let them in.
Oh, the sister hit it right on the nose. What happened?
If you let them
You gotta invite them in,
Mm.
right? A vampire can't get in your house unless you let them in, unless you invite them in, right? But look at all the vampires that we let into our home.
Mhm.
With the TV, and the computer, the tablet, all of that stuff. And it's influencing our children because our children spend more time with those things than they do with us. If we're being honest, right? So they're sucking the morals and values out of our home. Look at the program. Hollywood Housewives,
Nonsense.
baddies.
Nonsense.
I mean, that baddies is horrible. They even got a little game that they play on Roblox with baddies, where these girls beat up each other and cussing, acting all wild and promiscuous, and then the young girls think that this is how to be a woman. Okay? Anybody remember this movie? Poltergeist, right? It was funny. I was talking to a guy one time. He said, "You know what Poltergeist was really about?" Anybody know what the synopsis of the movie was? Anybody remember Poltergeist?
Graveyard or something?
Well, it was, yeah, they built the house on a graveyard, Indian graveyard. But they were saying, well, the TV, the little girl got sucked into the TV, right? But they were saying what this movie was really about was the TV taking our children away from us.
Mm.
And the only way that they could get the child back was through spiritual means. But it was very interesting when he said that to me, because I could see the logic behind what he was saying, and it made perfect sense, right? What is another name for a television show? Another name for a television show is a television what? Program, because they're programming our minds what to believe, what to think, what to accept a program to insert instructions into a machine or apparatus, to cause, to absorb, or incorporate automatic responses, attitudes, or the like, to condition, right? To set, regulate, or modify so as to produce a specific response or reaction. And this is what they've done, right? Anybody remember this?
Yes.
Cure. I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression.
It's from an old movie called Network, right? But listen to it.
Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job.
I think it was
The dog buys a
1976.
nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it.
This is like
Same thing. I
2012.
can't say this stuff keep repeating itself over and over.
The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I want you to get up right
That's
now.
active right
Get
there.
up, go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Things are going to change.
How many stations is this
You
going
gotta
to
get
have?
mad.
67. I know it goes to the window and trying to...
I'm not going to take this anymore. Then we'll figure out what to do about the depression and the inflation and the oil crisis. But first, get up out of your chairs, open the window, stick your head out and yell, and say, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
He was fed up. He
Woo!
said too much.
Man.
All right, so what we'll do, because I know we've been sitting here for a while. I know y'all get tired, and I will stay here in front of you for a very long time. So we'll do, what y'all want to do, 45? No, I'll end it at 45. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or y'all want to stop now? We can stop now.
No, keep going.
Oh, all right, here we go. Because we ain't get to nothing yet. She's laughing, but she don't know I'm serious.
Edward George running died today. Edward George running with the chairman of the board of the Union Broadcasting Systems, and he died at 11 o'clock this morning of a heart condition, and woe is us. We're in a lot of trouble. So, a rich little man with white hair died. What has that got to do with the price of rice, right? And why is that woe to us? Because you people and 62 million other Americans are listening to me right now. Because less than 3% of you people read books. Because less than 15% of you read newspapers. Because the only truth you know is what you get over this tube. Right now, there is an entire generation that never knew anything that didn't come out of this tube. This tube is the gospel. The ultimate revelation. This tube can make or break presidents, popes, prime ministers. This tube is the most awesome goddamn force in the whole godless world. And woe is us if it ever falls into the hands of the wrong people. And that's why woe is us that Edward George really died. Because this company is now in the hands of